Let's talk about a technology that is, and I'm not exaggerating, completely changing the game. It's called generative AI. And for the very first time, we have tools that don't just process the world's information, they actually add to it. They create new ideas, new images, new sounds. Today, we're going to break down how it all works.
Okay, so let's get right to the heart of it with this simple comparison. For the longest time, AI was all about recognition. You'd feed it a picture and its whole job was to say, yep, that's a cat. But now, we've made this incredible leap. With generative AI, you don't show it the cat, you ask it to create a cat right from scratch. This tiny shift in language from recognizing to creating, well, that changes absolutely everything.
So what does this new era of creation really mean? Let's dig into the fundamentals of this paradigm shift.
At its core, generative AI is a two-step dance. First, it just learns. It's trained on a mind-boggling amount of existing data. Think text, images, code from basically the entire internet. Then, and this is the magic trick, it uses all the patterns it picked up to generate something completely new. It's not just finding and showing you something that already exists, it's inventing. And you know, maybe the most revolutionary thing about all this is how we talk to it. You don't need to be a programmer with lines and lines of complicated code. Nope. The main way we interact with this powerful tech is just by talking to it. Using plain, simple language. We type what we want in a little box. That's called the prompt. And it's the key that's unlocked this creative power for millions of us.
Okay, so that's what it does. But how in the world does it work? Let's pop the hood for a second and take a look at the core technology that makes all of this possible.
Right at the center of it all is something called a foundation model. The best way to think about this is as the master engine, or the central brain. It's this massive, pre-trained model that acts as the starting point, the foundation, for all kinds of different and more specialized AI tools. Now, when it comes to generating text, we use what are called large language models, or LLMs for short. These things have essentially read more text than any human ever could. And what they do is, believe it or not, surprisingly simple. Their main job is to just predict the next most likely word in a sentence. That's it. But by stringing those predictions together, one word at a time, they can write emails, create poems, and even write computer code with this incredible fluency that feels, well, human. But what about images? What about video? For that, we need a totally different kind of engine. It's called a diffusion model. And this is the magic behind all those unbelievable AI-generated images you've been seeing everywhere online. So, how do you make a picture out of thin air? Well, you start with pure chaos. I'm talking literally a screen full of random digital noise. It looks just like the static on an old TV set when there's no signal. Then, using your text prompt as its guide, the model starts to refine that chaos. Bit by bit, it removes the noise and organizes the pixels. It's like a digital sculptor, slowly chipping away at that static until a clear, coherent image emerges, the exact idea you asked for. It's literally creating form from the void. Okay, so playing around with prompts is one thing, but turning these raw models into professional, reliable applications that businesses can actually depend on, well, that's a whole other journey. Let's look at how the pros are doing it. To build a serious AI application, developers typically follow a four-stage process. This whole life cycle is designed to make sure the final product isn't just clever, but also trustworthy and safe. It all starts with choosing the right model, connecting it to the right data, training it to be an expert, and then finally building in some crucial safety features. Let's break each one down. So here's how that playbook works. First up, selection. You've got to pick the right tool for the job. Not all models are the same. Next, and this is a big one, is RAG, which stands for Retrieval-Augmented Generation. This is where you connect the AI to a specific private set of data, like your company's internal documents. This is so important because it grounds the AI in facts and helps prevent what we call hallucinations. That's when an AI just confidently makes stuff up. After that comes fine-tuning. This is like sending the AI to grad school. You train it on very specific examples to turn it from a generalist into a specialist in one narrow field. And finally, you build in guardrails. Think of this as a safety net or a trust layer that makes sure the AI's answers are always appropriate, accurate, and safe. Okay, so we've covered the tech and we've covered how professionals build with it. Let's bring this all back home. How is this stuff actually showing up in our world and, why should you care? This quote here just nails the incredible range of possibilities. On one hand, you have a simple, really useful task. Hey, summarize this boring chapter for me. Cool, that saves me some time. But on the other end of that spectrum, you have something truly revolutionary, an AI tutor for every single student on the planet, one that adapts to their personal learning style in real time. That's the leap we're talking about. It's huge.
And look, this is happening across every industry. In marketing, we go from writing one social media post to instantly generating thousands of personalized ads. For coders, it's the difference between asking for a basic website template and having the AI automate the migration of an entire legacy system. And in media, we're going from making a funny little photo edit to generating entire photorealistic video scenes just from a single sentence. You see the pattern here? The scale of this transformation is just immense.
So, this is where we are. We've reached this unbelievable moment in history where our machines can do more than just calculate and analyze. They can now imagine. They can create. The tool is here. And it leaves us with the really big question, the one that matters most. AI can now create. So, what should we create with it?